is something that's kind of a pet deck that I don't know if it'll be great or good, but it's something that's fun. Basically, what we're trying to do is play a Jund mid-range style deck, and then use like Bindings of the Old God with to fix your mana to get Nicol Bolas Dragon God out. So it's a Jund deck. Only blue source is the Dragon God. Bunch of removal, Valky, Tybalt, Gargaroth, kind of your win conditions with some Chandras. Sideboards just got a whole whack of different answers, removals, card draw. Wall of Blossoms is kind of the odd card in here. I found we wanted a card on 2 that drew us a card. I tried Explore to ramp up, but it wasn't that great because you often got ran down. So having a blocker on 2 as an 0-4, similar to Birth of Miladies, actually helped a bit. So that was in best of 1 that I was trying this out. So we'll try it out in best 3, see how it goes. Give this one a shot and then play some Arcanist decks. I think that's probably where I'll end up. I think with Tybalt, it gives you enough of an angle that you don't need to worry about your graveyard necessarily. Alright. We didn't run into Alex. He didn't stream snipe us to get into a match. The one thing about this deck is the mana base is a bit painful. And knowing you, you're probably on burn too, right, Alex? Which would be like a really rough matchup for me. Sounded be good if we had a black source. I think we need to mulligan. That sounds good. Let's go Ketria away. Or Blood Crypt away. Sounds actually really good. Oh, Dimir Control, that's probably even worse. I have so many dead cards, main. I don't like seeing that. Where are all these Gruul gamers? Ah. Looks like they're on Marvel, maybe? So it's probably just... they're already at 6. We can get Marveled next turn. If we dodge 1 turn of no Marvel, then I have the Bedevil, but they're already at 6 energy. Let's see what they hit us with. Okay, they got the Marvel on curve. Jesus Christ. Ah, da 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 da. Thoughtseize, Abrade, Cage. Yeah, that's so I got that going for me, which is nice. Klothys could probably come out in this matchup. We still want the fatal pushes. Grasp probably narrow. Trim on the Wall of Blossoms. They're gonna have Ugin anyways. Still want these for their smaller threats, so I think that's fine. Like, that deck's not good, but if you don't interact with them, they had the exact 3 energy generators. Okay, this is good. Let's Cage. 1 sec. Thank you. So Genesis alt doesn't do too much for them. The Wood Reaver doesn't do too much. They just got a lot of lands. Hey Mezerin, how's it going? Genesis Alts basically just draw 5 for 7 mana. We have this language to clean up if need be. I think we're just gonna do... So I can Valky... Can also take a turn and just languish. Give them one more draw, see what they come up with. Going green there makes it worse if I hit. Just take a card draw. Our life total's still pretty high. I'd rather sandbag this. Because we also have to be mindful that they can have a braid. I guess I should have done this before the rogue. I think we just 1 for 1 here. Then I think I want to keep the option to cycle perhaps, because if we hit another land, if not I'll play this next turn. Just take 2 draws next turn. Okay, Chandra's nice. Could have Aether Gust. Hey Kyle, how's it going? How's streaming going? I saw you got Mythic with Mono Red. So this can be a braid, perhaps. Rogue Refiner's fine. Good to hear. Nothing we've played today. I started off at like 1100. We're at 96% now. I think they have Aether Gust. Which is fine. Whew, that's a nice one to take off the top. Cool. Draw 8. No, draw 5. Or put some lines into play. I can take their Marvel, which actually is not too bad. Okay, let's start off with the information. They have Brazen Borrower, double Ulamog, Genesis Alts. So I take this. This is mine now. I do this.
You want to go to? Today's my lucky day.
And then we Ugin next turn. Because then even they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they need 2 lands off this. Or they just hit Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't need this.
So can Ugin hit them in the face? Okay, we need to find something. Chandra's probably fine. So I can Ugin them. They Ulamog me. Do I have any answers for Ulamog? I have the extinction event that's left. Okay. And then I guess they'll take Cage. I think we're dead. It stops creatures from entering. But it's the new Cage that prevents the new stuff. We're dead anyways. Our deck's not suited to beat Ulamog. So I need to do this and find our extinction event. But then they just cast another Ulamog from hand.
You want to play with fire, huh? Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, we're dead. I can't beat 2 Ulamogs. Alright, we'll give this one more. People brought out the jank, and yeah, Cage only stops creatures. Which in retrospect, I probably should have taken the ultimatum from their hand. But my deck's not going to do well against those big mana decks. Give this one more shot, and then I'm going to do Mono Black Snow. I think we play something like that. Could be decent. Okay, we have a hand we can keep. Yeah, we can look at that mono black aggro deck again. I kind of find it a little mopey at times, but with the Snowland it might be good enough. Gonna play this and play tap first. If this is an aggro deck, I don't want to hit myself for 4. Okay, they Thoughtseize here. Oh yeah, I haven't built it yet. I'll build it like after this game. Okay, so they Thoughtseize my Thoughtseize. This is a game where we'll just draw lines. Cool. May go Valky. Okay, so it's Cat Oven. Yep, they're gonna have the loop going. Binding's actually pretty good here. Turn. That's weird. They missed their loop. If they claim my wall, I really don't care. Okay, so this version, since they're not on Jengantha, means that they either have Chandra or Citadel. Oh my god, can we stop drawing lands? Let's force them to commit more to the board here.
Hey, over here.
Could also take them off this Gilded Goose. No.
It's playtime. This'll be easy.
Well, that's one less land. So the reason to not take him off Gilded Goose is they sack the goose, and then if they have claim or removal, then it hits me that way. Here, like my binding next turn could get rid of the Witch's Oven, and this gives us more card draw. It also gives us the ability to play Tybalt with Chandra's Plus. So I think that's the best line for us to do. They're not really putting pressure on us, so let's eat away at their library with our Tybalt. Chandra making you go turn 4 Chandra into turn 5 Tybalt's actually really nice.
Today's my lucky day.
And I'm going to do the card advantage here just because I have 2 bindings to deal with the Witch's Oven the following turn. And then we have Bone Crusher, which is nice as well. So we get rid of the binding, and then I could Bone Crusher something. Our life total is a little precarious, but even with Tybalt, we can potentially exile this cat after we get rid of the oven. Hasn't been too bad, Sedona. I've been trying more brews, so I've been losing pretty much every game. But it's a new set, so I want to see what we're working with here. So I can take their Corvold, which sounds pretty good. I think I like that. Okay, so let's make this black mana. Let's get rid of the oven. Get rid of you. I could Chandra uptick or just get the mana. I'm 1 mana short from casting Corvold, so it's likely just going to be Stomp. I don't necessarily want to exile something this turn. So let's just get rid of a cat. Means they only have 1 attacker. Yeah, that's fine. I can ultimate Chandra next turn and then just start dealing 5 to everything. We're still at 11 life, which is a good amount. They drew quite a few cards off that Corvold, which is unfortunate. Okay, Devil's annoying. I had another oven. So they can take out one of my threats here. Oh, they're just going face. Tad aggressive. Okay, Grasp's actually very good. so
Oh, it's you burning.
sack, bring it back. It's only 2 that they have. So we do this. 5 damage here. I wanted to do this before minusing, so I can see what I get. So we have the Chandra ultimate, so this might get us close to there. I just want to control the board right now. Okay, can I see the board? I want this oven off. That's actually pretty nice. So I'm dead to... I'm not dead to devil. So let's just do this. 5 to the face. And then just try to kill him this way. So that means they don't have devil. We've seen 2 ovens. We've blown both of them up. Okay, that's fine. So I have this Corvold that I can cast. I have Tybalt that I could plus. They can gain life. Let's go get another land. We're just looking for Bolas now. Should start forcing stuff out of them. That's actually nice. 5 to the face. Can sack that. Don't quite need that at this point. Can get rid of one of those. Seems good. Actually, we get to draw a card here. Gargaroth's nice for the following turn. So this deals 7 in total. I just want to keep them off another flying blocker. Yeah. So pretty much get them that way. Alright, so this is a Leyline matchup. This isn't a Braid matchup. This is a Cage matchup. Clothis, Vraska in. Coming out. Binding was actually really good there. Huh. So this is probably Bolas out matchup. It's a bit slow overall. Gargaroth is fine, not great. They didn't see Gargaroth, so they're likely not to include it. Can probably trim a couple Bone Crushers. Since we have the Abrades, Bone Crusher just gets hit. So actually we're going to cut all the Bone Crushers because of the oven. It doesn't kill what we want it to kill. We have Leyline. Chandra in general isn't fantastic in this matchup. Would I rather Bolas? Probably. Because Chandra minus basically just trades. It's basically a 4 mana removal spell. This hand's good. Keep. Hello, good luck. Here's a Leyline. Another Binding's nice. We're going to go Wall of Blossoms here. If they go Mayhem Devil, then I will Abrade it. So they probably bring in Reclamation Sage here, so that is something to consider. Just kill this now. No time to play around. You generally want to sequence your lands in this deck with black. It's the heaviest color. And then I have Cage and that, which is a nice backup line. Also, Leyline on 1 or on 0 makes sure everything in their graveyard goes away. Push is also nice. I think we see what we get here. Okay, so we're set up. We need a land. We're a little bit weak to Corvold right now. If we hit the land, then our hand is gas and we basically will not miss another land drop. Land one time. Untap land. There's 5 tap lands in our deck. I don't care about Ooze. Don't care about Oven. Alright, opponents had enough fun for today. How's everybody doing today? Playing our greed pile, Jun Bolas. Taking down Sack is nice. Or Koyo. Maybe we can be on the play one of these games. Chingantha. They're probably on burn or sack. Sack Extinction Event hits a lot of their key stuff. That other hand just wasn't really going to do much. Okay, they're on sack. Did not want to draw more lands. Okay, they're the trail version. So, oh, they don't do that. That's interesting. I was waiting for them to activate. So I can hold up Passage for next turn. Because I don't want this engine to keep going. Could just make another food here. See what they draw. Okay, they hit Corvold. It's gonna get out of hand quickly. Okay. So their turn's probably Corvold next turn. Nice. Nice. So I'm setting up the Fabled Passage if they drop a 3-drop here. The other alternative was I take out the Gilded Goose so they don't get a card draw, but I kind of want them to play the cat here with the hope of Extinction Eventing their whole board. Sick. They can play land here, bring Chingantha to hand. Don't have an answer for Chingantha right now, but think the waiting a turn for Jengantha's worth it here. The downside is I can't Chandra this turn because of how my mana is set up. Okay, Bone Crusher's decent. Depending what they play out, I could stomp something. I know they have this claim. So I'm actually going to do this now. Because I want them to play this out. Cool. Sorry, I'm actually not going to play this out because they have claim. Anger's a nice follow-up. So here my claim or my anger can sweep up their board. Yikes. Okay, that's not the end of the world. They hit Chandra for 1.
Time to fight fire with fire.
And then a minus here. They got a card draw out of it. But Corvold gets exiled. That was a really good top deck for them. Effectively netted them a few cards. So I can't play this out because they give it hate. They steal it with the thing. Another priest is fine. You know you want to attack in. Attack in. Bad sequencing by opponent there.
This'll be easy.
I think we're holding this line. That was a great draw. So I can loop Cat Oven. I think I'm drawing this turn to try to find an answer. And then I'll plus Chandra here. Fortunately, missed out on a couple blue sources. I think at this point we're okay playing this out. That's interesting. I guess they're going to use it to block next turn. Or draw 2 cards. The trample on this is super relevant. Another Strider. Do they have mana for it? They don't right now. If its toughness was 4 or greater. Here I'm gonna just draw a card, I think. We have this other Chandra, which is fine. Can deal those last points of damage. This is all free value. Let's do this first. Fortunately, I haven't hit the blue this game or any of our bindings. We hit the land, so I can Chandra as well. Just seeing if I find Bone Crusher. Put him dead a couple ways. They have an extra life from that. All my blue lands are tapped, so I have to wait 2 turns or get binding.
This'll be easy.
It's unfortunate. It's fine. We're in a good spot. Especially taking game 1. Post board, we're going to get a lot more answers. This Gargaroth just kind of farms them. Because even I can just down tick with Chandra. If they cast Woe Strider. Going the oven route. I guess they can cast Woe Strider from hand. They just dig in. For what? Don't know. Every land in their deck. Got him. So I think same plan as last time. Cut the Thoughtseizes. Ley lines, abrades, cages. Cut the Chandra. Cut the Bone Crushers. And I think that's it. Could also play Angrath. It's not too bad. It attacks their hand in a different way. Cheesecake Factory, thank you for the follow. What is your favorite type of cheesecake? Bolas one time. I still want to play Bolas. I'm playing this deck to play Bolas in like a weird shell. So like I could play Noxious Grasp for Corvold maybe. That could be right. Because like I don't have too many clean answers for it once it gets big. Maybe I should bring that in, because they're also probably going to bring in Reclamation Sage. Also, Angrath could technically steal Corvold and sack itself on the trigger. This hand's good. Maybe we'll keep this hand. No Leyline right away. Mezerin, do Dex. If you do Dex, it pulls up the cardboard live. I don't know why, for whatever reason, Deck doesn't work properly, but Dex does. I've basically like reinstalled all of it, and it's still giving me headaches, which is super annoying. So I have Anger this turn if needed. If not, I'm probably just going to put this tapped. Opponent's digging. They don't really have much action. Corvold. Our hand is very well suited for Corvold. No problem at all. That should give you every deck list we stream as well, which is nice. I'm going to take them off the... So I'm going to keep one of these, but I want to keep him off trail. Trail's the way that kind of get back into this. Okay, script, go away. Because then I have Bolas as well to start getting value. Because I figure this turn they're going... That's actually kind of interesting. I probably would have used the food off Goose. That draws him a card. So now... Go get a Triome. Let's get rid of both of these. So, odd. Surprised they didn't do this. They would have got 2 food tokens. This has been really flexible in these games. Just being able to target a bunch of things. It's probably an anger turn. Nope. Oh, you get to ping me for 1. I want to have a clean board with Bolas. Just set up the double wall of blossoms. Because these, like, anger gets a lot better. Ideally, we would have had 1 more mana. That's actually probably the best draw. Kill whatever they play. So they don't have enough mana to eat that, so they can sack their Corvold. Big Daddy Bolas time. Just keep this, make it seem like we have something. Oh, they had the pulse. Okay. It's a game. Tis a game. Just thin out our deck a bit. Cage is a decent draw. Shuts off any cat shenanigans. Need a way to win this game now, but kind of grinded them out. I think we got through 2 Corvolds. They're probably playing 3. That's a great draw. Just kind of get us some more value here. I'm just going to keep these. Like, they're not really putting pressure. Yeah, you need card draw more than you need ramp. So, that's a bindings target for sure. This is what gets them back in the game. They likely only have 1 Corvold. Our removal kills everything else. Cool. Second one out of the way. And like these walls do a good job of just soaking up damage. Okay, so I'm actually gonna get this overgrown here. The reason being, if I draw those other lines, I'd rather cycle them at this point in the game. I don't care about these. let them play a threat, and then I have the Angers. Wowzy Zoom, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support. Okay, we can stop drawing lines. I can actually drop off after this game, Alex. We'll have to connect the next time. Okay, so that's no good. Because now I gotta languish and anger. My buddy's coming to pick up something, so I gotta wrap up this game. So we can get to 8. Nine. Yeah. Now we're in trouble. Can we stop drawing this stupid shit? I have enough to do all of it, but I have to kind of like blow my load here to remove the board, and they just draw a bunch of cards. The last Corvold was the one thing we couldn't play around. Yeah, the trail version's tougher. And like I think at that time we had to take them off the trail because that was the way they kind of got back into it. We drew 4 lands in a row. Like we still have a lot of action in our deck at this point, but interesting, they're still drawing cards. They might have just diluted their deck quite a bit. Oh my god, can we stop? Like, I'm good on lines. Not sure what they're really... Okay, they got Corvold. I need my binding. Oh my god. How many land? We have 9 lands left in our deck. Look at all these cards we could draw. These beautiful cards. Valky's good. Bedevil's good. Yeah, the cat loops are going to be a pain in the ass now. Them pulsing there is not the worst. But they're going to draw a ton of cards. Okay, we probably lost this one just because we've just flooded like crazy. There are 23 cards. They got the devil now, so the devil can deal quite a bit. Yeah, bad side of variance. We had 3 sweepers, but we had to use 3 sweepers, unfortunately. It's fine. We're 6 minutes ahead on clock. We're going to let him run it down. We're close to dead, but I think I at least have a languish left. Oh, I'm dead this turn, yeah. On the attack. Oh, my wife made me shave. She was complaining it was getting too long. Every time I ate, I had food stuck in there. Let them go through the motions. Their deck's slow. Each sequence takes off a little bit more time. If it was a faster deck, I'd concede, but against this deck, they're going to take their time. Okay. Alpha Male, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Okay, so I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to cut the Chandra. I'm going to bring in the Grasps, I think. And we are going to... This gets rid of... Yeah, we still want Vraska. Trim a Bolas. Do I trim both Bolases? Nah. They often will get empty-handed, though, and my life total's more of a resource in this matchup, I find. We're more concerned. I'm just going to play 61. We drew too many lines now. I'm going to do the other way. My mana base is pretty painful. Cat Elven gets around that, so they deal a lot of incidental chip damage. It's not like a traditional aggro deck. I mean, if we draw lands, this hand's great, so... Let's try it. So last game we were down to 8 lines. There's 25. So I drew 17 lines last game. Let's see if we draw more than 2 this game. Hey Titans, yeah, this is my baby. This is post board though. So we're down a Bolas. We had a game very much like one of your games. We drew 17 of our 25 lines. You can pull it up with decks. I had to use a Languish and 2 Angers to clear the board. Okay. I think we shock this turn. So I have this Heartless Act up. If they go turn 3 play. I'm just going to turn the light on for a sec. That was a really good draw. Like outside of land, that was one of the better ones. Okay. But like deck, like seriously between you and me, just one more turn. One more land. 22%. One more untapped land. Deck. Who called 3 lands? Yeah, Jund Trail. The Trail version. I wonder if the Trail version ends up being better than Coco, just because you grind out more than... like, you're not graveyard dependent like the other version. It's fine. We can abrade this. Hey, nice. So I'm going to take them off Trail here. Can I see? Yeah, I haven't played, like, probably of all the sack decks, I've played Rakdos the most. I just find, like, they're interesting, but then you kind of go through the motions, and then they kind of get boring. Okay, well, we are on the never draw land plan. think we go Vraska, take them off the trail again. Oh, shit. Ah. Did not mean to do that. So this will potentially get them to use a pulse on my Gargaroth. Or like on Vraska instead of Gargaroth. They've just been hitting lands, which is kind of fortunate. $12. Okay, they're on Citadel. We're just gonna go ahead and blow that up. Okay, dog. That sounds like a hard blow up. Probably going Gargaroth next turn. BD Evil. I think at this point we're just plussing once more. I think I am okay to get rid of a land here. Second push is actually pretty good. Let's do this on their turn. Seems like value. Okay, they have the act. Opponent, stop it. I figure their hand was all removal. They have an extra food, which is kind of annoying, so I need to find my ley line here. Yeah, this deck's kind of annoying. We took down 2 Citadel. Ah, they drew the second one. Okay, so we have bindings. I need Languish or Cage. Or not Languish. And now we're dead. Sorry. Yeah, I need Leyline, but I also need like a removal now for this. I need a lot. I need Angrath. Gargaroth something. It's not great. Their life. Yeah, this Corvold version is going to be harder to beat. They're just way outdrawing us at this point. And like we had interaction this game. We blew up 2 Citadels, 2 Trails. I'm just going to try to draw into Extinction Event here. Just block. They probably have removal though. Like, how many cards did they draw? probably all going face too. If they kill this, yeah, I'm dead. Alright, that was bullshit. They're just gonna do that. That gives them enough. So Corvold versus